My wife forgot my 30th birthday to go to a concert with her friends. She texted, "Grow up, adults don't celebrate." I forgot to pay her credit card bill that month. When she called screaming about her declined card, I said, "Grow up, adults pay their own bills." I, 30 male, turned 30 last Tuesday. Big milestone, right? Been with my wife, 28, for 6 years, married for 3. We've always celebrated birthdays. Not huge parties, but dinner, cake, presents, the usual. She plans elaborate stuff for hers every year. I show up, I participate, I make it special. This year for mine? Nothing. I woke up Tuesday morning. She was already up getting ready. "Morning," I said, "any plans for today?" She looked at me weird. "Plans? It's Tuesday. I have work." "Right, but after work? Oh, the concert's tonight. I told you last week, remember? My friends got tickets months ago." My stomach dropped. "The concert is tonight? On my birthday?" She blinked. "Your birthday? Oh wow. That is today, isn't it?" Just stood there, waiting for the "just kidding" or "we'll celebrate this weekend" or literally anything. "Look, I'm sorry, but I can't bail on them. These tickets were expensive and we've been planning this forever." "You've been planning it forever but didn't remember it was on my birthday?" "Honestly? No. I didn't check the date, and it's just a birthday. We can do something this weekend." "It's my 30th birthday." "Yeah, and 30's not that special. You're making this a bigger deal than it is." Left for work feeling like crap. Thought maybe she'd surprise me later. Maybe she was playing it off and had something planned. Got a text around 3 p.m, leaving work early to get ready for tonight. "Have fun, don't wait up." No, "Happy birthday." No, sorry. Just that. Came home from work around 6 p.m. House was empty. No cake, no card, no note. Nothing. Sat on the couch with leftover pizza and watched TV alone on my 30th birthday. Around 10 p.m, got a text from her. Group message with photos of her and her 3 friends at the concert. All dressed up, drinks in hand, huge smiles. Then a text just to me. "Stop sulking. Grow up. Adults don't celebrate birthdays like children. We'll get dinner this weekend maybe." I read that text maybe 5 times, each time getting more pissed. Grow up. Adults don't celebrate. Funny thing about that, my wife doesn't have a job. She does freelance graphic design that brings in maybe $400 a month on good months. I work in finance, make about $120 a year. I pay the mortgage, utilities, groceries, insurance, everything, including her credit card. See, about 2 years ago, she wanted a credit card for emergencies and personal expenses. I added her as an authorized user on one of my cards. $5 limit. The deal was, she'd use it responsibly, and I'd pay it off each month since I was handling all the bills anyway. Except emergencies turned into daily Starbucks, boutique clothes, concert tickets, girls' brunches, and whatever else she wanted. Last month's statement? $3,400. The payment was due in 5 days. I looked at that text again. Grow up, adults don't celebrate. Then I looked at my banking app, at the scheduled payment for her credit card, and I deleted it. She wants to talk about being an adult? Adults pay their own bills. Update 1. 5 days later. The card declined on Sunday afternoon. I was reading on the couch when my phone blew up. Not a call. Just explosion of texts. My card isn't working. The reader must be broken. Trying another store. WTF, it declined again. Why is my card declining? Call me now. I didn't call. Texted back. What's up? Phone immediately rang. Answered on the 4th ring. What is going on? My card declined at Target in front of everyone. Which card? My card, the one you gave me. It's not working. Oh, that card. Yeah, I didn't pay the bill this month. Silence. Long silence. You what? I didn't pay it. The payment was due Friday. I deleted the automatic payment. Why would you do that? Honestly, I forgot. Busy week, you know how it is. You forgot? Yeah, I mean grow up. Adults pay their own bills, right? Isn't that what you said? More silence. Then, that is completely different. How? Because you always pay that bill. It's automatic. Was automatic? Not anymore. So you're punishing me for missing your birthday? Are you serious right now? Not punishing anyone, just forgot. Like you forgot my birthday. These things happen. This is financial abuse. I actually laughed. Financial abuse? It's my credit card. You're an authorized user. I'm not obligated to pay for your Target runs. We're married. We share expenses. Do we? Because I pay the mortgage, utilities, insurance, groceries, gas, and apparently your shopping habit. What exactly do you contribute to our shared expenses? I contribute plenty. I manage the house. You mean you're home a lot? That's not the same thing. I can't believe you're being this petty over a birthday. And I can't believe you think ditching your husband's 30th birthday for a concert then telling him to grow up is acceptable. But here we are. Fix it. Pay the bill right now. No. Excuse me? I said no. You want the card to work? Pay the bill yourself. You're an adult, right? Adults handle their own finances. I don't have $3,400. Then I guess you shouldn't have spent $3,400. She hung up, came home 20 minutes later, furious, walked in and just stared at me. You're really doing this? Doing what? This revenge thing. Over a birthday. Not revenge, just implementing some boundaries. You're right, we should both be adults. Adults don't expect other adults to fund their lifestyle without any appreciation or respect. I have appreciated you. When? She opened her mouth, closed it, opened it again. I say thank you. For what? When? I don't have to provide you with a list. This is ridiculous. Just pay the bill. Pay it yourself. I can't. Then maybe you should spend less. Revolutionary idea, I know. You're being cruel. I'm being honest. You spent $300-400 last month on my card. For what? Concert tickets for you and your friends? Brunch dates I wasn't invited to? New clothes for girls' nights? None of that was for us. None of that benefited our marriage. And then you couldn't even be bothered to remember my birthday. I said I was sorry about that. No, you didn't. You said I should grow up. She didn't have a response to that. Just grabbed her purse and left. Stayed with her best friend that night. Got a text the next morning from her mother. What is going on? My daughter is devastated. She says you're withholding money from her. This is not how marriage works. Replied, this is exactly how marriage works. Two adults sharing life. Not one adult funding another adult's shopping addiction while being told to grow up for wanting basic respect. Her mother, you are being vindictive and small. She made one mistake. Me, she forgot my 30th birthday to go party with her friends, then told me adults don't celebrate. When I stopped paying her credit card bill, suddenly I'm the villain. Interesting. Her mother, that credit card is her lifeline. How is she supposed to buy necessities? Me, with the $400 a month she makes? Or she could get a real job, like an adult. No response after that. My wife came back 2 days later. Different approach. Tears, apologies, the works. I'm sorry. Really sorry. I was thoughtless about your birthday. I got caught up with my friends, and I didn't think about how important it was to you. Can we please just move past this? Sure. Pay your credit card bill and we can talk. Baby, I don't have that kind of money. You know I don't. Then pay what you can and figure out the rest. That's not fair. What's not fair? Me expecting you to handle your own debt? It's not my debt, it's your card. That you used, that's how credit cards work. You buy things, you pay for them. But we're married. Your money is my money. Interesting. Is your money my money? I don't make enough for that to matter. Exactly. So maybe you should get a job that pays more than $400 a month if you want to spend $3,400 a month. She just stared at me. I can't believe you're being this cold. I'm not being cold, I'm being practical. You wanted me to grow up? Fine. I grew up, and grown-ups don't fund irresponsible spending. She left again. This time to her sister's place. Update 2. 2 weeks later. The entitlement ramped up fast. Her friends started texting me, all 3 of them from the concert. Friend number 1, you need to fix this. She's miserable. Me. She's miserable because her free credit card got shut off? She's miserable because her husband is punishing her over one mistake. What mistake? Missing my birthday or telling me to grow up? Friend number 1, both were mistakes, but you're being vindictive. Me, I'm being clear about boundaries. If she wants to spend money, she needs to earn it. Friend or 2 chimed in. This is financial abuse. We looked it up. You're controlling her access to money. I'm not controlling anything. I'm not paying for her anymore. She's welcome to earn her own money and spend it however she wants. She can't earn that much. You know that. Then she should spend less. Novel concept. Friend number 3, you're destroying your marriage over a birthday party. Do you realize how pathetic that sounds? I'm setting boundaries after my wife forgot my 30th birthday. Went to a concert instead, then told me adults don't celebrate. Do you realize how disrespectful that sounds? You're supposed to be the bigger person. Why? Why do I have to be the bigger person? Why doesn't she? No response to that. Then her father called me. First time we'd spoken in months. Son, I think we need to talk about this situation. Okay. What situation? This thing with the credit card. My daughter is very upset. I'm sure she is. Having to face financial responsibility is upsetting when you're not used to it. That's not. Look, I understand you're hurt about your birthday, but this punishment doesn't fit the crime. It's not punishment. It's consequences. She spent money she didn't have on my card while showing me zero respect. I'm not funding that anymore. Marriage is about compromise. You're right, it is. What has she compromised on? She manages the home. Does she? Because I hired a cleaning service last year because the house was always a mess. I do most of the cooking because she forgets to start dinner. She doesn't work a real job, so what exactly is her contribution to this marriage besides spending my money? Long pause. That's harsh. It's honest. I've been thinking about this a lot lately. What does our marriage look like? I work full-time, pay every bill, do half the housework, and fund her lifestyle. She works part-time, making barely anything, spends freely, and apparently can't be bothered to remember important dates. What kind of partnership is that? You sound like you're done with the marriage. I'm done being a wallet. If she wants to be my wife, she needs to act like my partner, not my dependent who resents me. He hung up. My wife showed up the next day with a new strategy, brought her sister along for support. We need to talk, really talk. Okay, talk. I want to understand why you're doing this, what you need from me to fix things. I looked at both of them. Her sister was giving me the stink eye but staying quiet. What I need is simple. I need respect. I need effort. I need you to contribute to this marriage in some meaningful way. I contribute. How? Specifically how? I manage things. I handle the day-to-day stuff. Like what? Give me examples. She floundered. The groceries? I grocery shop. I pick up everything on my way home from work because you're never sure what we need. Well, I organize things. I hired an organizer last year because you kept saying you'd clean out the garage and never did. Okay, fine. Maybe I'm not the best homemaker. But I'm your wife. That should count for something. It does count. It counts for partnership, companionship, love, support. But it doesn't count for a free pass to spend thousands of my dollars while ignoring me. Her sister jumped in. You're being unreasonable. She made a mistake with your birthday. She's apologized. What more do you want? An actual apology would be nice. Not sorry you're upset or sorry but an actual acknowledgement that forgetting your husband's 30th birthday to party with friends, then telling him to grow up is wrong. My wife. I've said I'm sorry. No, you've said I'm overreacting. There's a difference. Fine, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I forgot your birthday. I'm sorry I went to the concert. I'm sorry I said you should grow up. Is that what you want to hear? I want to hear that you understand why it was wrong. Not just that you're sorry I'm mad. It was wrong because it hurt your feelings. Why was it wrong? Because birthdays are important to you? Because 30th birthdays are milestone events, and your wife should prioritize them. Because when you commit to someone, you show up for them. Because partnership means putting your spouse first sometimes, even when your friends have concert tickets. That's why it's wrong. She went quiet. Her sister looked uncomfortable. The credit card thing, I continued. That's not punishment. That's me realizing I've been enabling this dynamic where I'm the provider and you're the taker. You want things? Earn them. Want nice dinners? Get a better job. Want concert tickets? Save for them. I'm done being the bank. My wife, so what? I'm just supposed to live on $400 a month? Or get a full-time job. That's what most adults do. I'm building my design business. For 2 years, you've been building it. At what point does it actually build into something? You have 3 clients. 3. That's not a business. That's a hobby. Her sister, you're being really cruel right now. I'm being honest, and honestly, I'm tired. I'm tired of working 60-hour weeks to fund a lifestyle my wife takes for granted. I'm tired of being treated like an ATM. I'm tired of being told to grow up when I ask for basic consideration. My wife started crying, real tears this time, not the manipulation kind. So what now? You want a divorce? I don't know. Do you want to be married to me or married to my bank account? That's not fair. Answer the question. If I lost my job tomorrow and we were living on $400 a month, would you stay? She didn't answer. That told me everything. They left. I sat on my couch and realized my marriage might actually be over. And weirdly, I felt relieved. Final update. 1 month later. My wife moved in with her parents 3 weeks ago. We're separated, not divorced yet, but heading that direction. Here's what happened after that last conversation. She tried one more guilt trip, sent a long email about how I'd changed and become cold and how the man she married would never treat her this way. I responded, the man you married wanted a partner. You wanted a benefactor. Those aren't the same thing. Her best friend tried to organize an intervention. Actually messaged me asking if I'd come to her place to talk things out with my wife and their friend group. I declined. Not interested in being ganged up on by people who think my biggest crime was not paying for concert tickets. The real kicker came 2 weeks ago. Her mother called me, surprisingly calm. I want to have an honest conversation. Is that possible? Sure. My daughter is staying with us. She's not doing well. She's had to start working full-time because she can't afford her lifestyle anymore. Okay, and she's miserable. Comes home exhausted, complains constantly about her job, about money, about everything. That's unfortunate. But here's what I'm realizing. When she talks about your marriage, she talks about what you provided. The house, the money, the freedom to pursue her design career. She doesn't talk about you. Not really. Not about missing you or loving you or wanting to fix things. She misses the lifestyle. I didn't say anything. Let her continue. I think maybe you were right about the dynamic. I didn't want to see it because she's my daughter. But watching her now, she's angry at you for taking away her comfort, not for losing her husband. Why are you telling me this? Because I thought you were being cruel. But you weren't. You were being honest, and I think my daughter needs to figure out who she is without your financial support before she can figure out if she actually wants to be married to you. Thank you for saying that. For what it's worth, I'm sorry about your birthday. That was thoughtless of her. We hung up. First conversation with her family, that didn't make me feel like the villain. My wife and I met for coffee last week. First time seeing each other since she moved out. She looked tired. Not just physically, but emotionally. How are you? She asked. Honestly, better. House is quiet, bills are simpler, life's less complicated. She nodded. I got a full-time job, retail management, pays $42. That's good. I hate it. I'm on my feet all day. Customers are terrible. My boss is worse. That's most jobs. I know. I didn't realize how good I had it. You had it easy. There's a difference. Yeah, long pause. I'm sorry. Actually sorry. Not sorry you're mad, but sorry for what I did. The birthday thing was selfish. The whole dynamic was selfish. I got comfortable being taken care of and I stopped being a partner. I appreciate that. Is there any chance we can fix this? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if there's anything to fix. We built a marriage on an unequal foundation. You were comfortable. I was resentful. That's not sustainable. What if things were different? What if I kept this job, contributed financially, showed up more? Then we'd have a different marriage than the one we had. And maybe that marriage could work. But I don't know if you actually want that, or if you just miss the comfort. Your mom called me, told me what you said. She winced. She wasn't supposed to do that. I'm glad she did. She was honest with me. More honest than you've been. I do miss you. Not just the house or the money. I miss you. What do you miss? She thought about it. The way you'd listen to my day even when yours was worse. How you'd pick up my favorite cookies when I was stressed. The way you made me feel safe. That's all things I did for you. What about me? What did you do for me? Silence. I don't have a good answer for that. I know. That's the problem. We finished our coffee. Agreed to keep talking, but with no timeline or expectations. She's in therapy now, trying to figure out her patterns. I'm in therapy too, trying to figure out why I accepted being treated like a wallet for so long. The credit card is closed. Paid off the balance. Cut up her card. Closed the account. Clean slate. Our house is on the market, can't afford it on my salary alone without being house poor, and she can't contribute meaningfully to the mortgage even with her new job. We'll split whatever profit there is after closing costs and the remaining mortgage. We're both looking at apartments now. Separate ones. Starting over from square one. I don't know if we'll get divorced or eventually reconcile. Right now, we're just two people who thought they were building a partnership, but we're actually building a dependency. The birthday thing seems stupid looking back. Such a small thing to blow up a marriage over. But it wasn't small. It was the crack that showed the foundation was already crumbling. Her forgetting wasn't the problem. Her reaction to me being hurt was the problem. The grow-up text crystallized everything that was wrong between us. Someone on Reddit would probably say, I should have just talked to her instead of cutting off her credit card. They'd probably be right. But I'd talked before. I'd mentioned feeling underappreciated. I'd suggested she work more. I'd asked her to help with bills. Nothing changed until there were actual consequences. The credit card thing forced both of us to look at what our marriage really was. And what we saw wasn't pretty. So now we're here, separated, possibly divorcing, maybe eventually reconciling, but as different people in a different kind of relationship. All because I forgot to pay a bill after she forgot my birthday. Ironic, really. She told me to grow up, and I did. Just not in the way she expected. Growing up meant setting boundaries, demanding respect, refusing to be taken for granted. It meant accepting that sometimes love isn't enough if the partnership isn't equal. She's growing up too, apparently. Learning that independence is hard, that earning your own money is exhausting, that you can't coast on someone else's success forever. Maybe we'll figure it out. Maybe we won't. Either way, I'm not paying her credit card bill anymore. And yeah, I celebrated my birthday this weekend. Took myself to a nice steakhouse, ordered the good wine, got dessert. Paid for it myself, enjoyed every bite. 30 felt pretty good after all.